back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and this is Crafty Chat number 48. So I just decided to sit down and do this video like just now. So I might be forgetting things or I might be a little bit everywhere. So hopefully I can keep it organized. But I realized I've done a few things since the last time I've been on that I wanted to talk about. And some of it will be like clips because I've had to since give the things to who they belong to. Um, so the first thing that I have finished, I will post a picture of here. These are some slipper socks that I made for my grandpa. Um, and I'll put all the patterns and everything will be linked in the description box. This pattern was originally made with Scarfy yarn, which is a bulky 5, but I used mandala watercolors, which I think is technically also a bulky 5, but I think it's a little bit thicker. I did the large size. There's like small, medium, and large. Just hoping that they'll fit. And as far as I know, I think I just followed the pattern. I don't think I changed anything. I think I still use the same hook size that they called for. And yeah, I did add a little bit of puffy paint on the bottoms so that they're not as slippery for him. Yeah, so that's that. I did use one whole cake and a part of a second cake, like 1.5 cakes of the mandala watercolors for the pair. Yeah, so I think that's it for that. Next, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law have requested these. They saw a picture of one, I guess, and asked if I could try to make one. Well, they are these mittens that you put a can in, like a soda, or in their case, probably beer. So while you're outside and you can keep your hands cold or warm while you're holding your cold beverage. And there's a lot of patterns for this out there. There's some paid for ones, there's some tutorials. So I wanted to kind of experiment with this, and none of them, I have made 3, and none of them are exactly right, but I'm going to give them to them anyway, and they can kind of decide which ones they like best and if they want more, because she acted like she wanted like a whole bunch for like gifts for friends and stuff. If they want more, we'll have to like tweak, because I don't think they'll think any of them are perfect. But so the first one I made is one by Bag O'Day, and I'll show you. It looks like this. This is Red Heart Super Saver in the camo color. This one was the first one I made, and it's not bad, but it fits my hand like almost perfect, whereas, you know, a big manly hand might not fit so well. And the prototype, it's really hard to get in the can in there, and it's pretty tight. So yes, I feel like you want it tight to stay in. You don't want it slipping out. But I do feel like I probably should have just gone up one hook size. For Bag O'Day patterns, I usually go down a hook size, especially for like her hat. She always uses a J, and that's like way too big. So I started it down a hook size, and then I realized it was going to be too small, so then I went to what she suggested, and I think maybe if I would have gone up one more hook size, maybe it would have fit. This wouldn't be so tight. But it might work for my sister-in-law, because she's, you know, doesn't have big manly hands. So that's the first one. The second one I made, this one is made with Loops and Threads Charisma, so it's made out of like I think it's a bulky 5, it might be a 6. So it's made a little bit differently. This one, it's kind of hard to tell because it's black. The ribbing, they actually did like some weird complicated slip stitch ribbing. I just did the same ribbing that the slipper pattern did, where basically you chain up your first one and then you do back loop single crochets and then slip stitch into your stitch here and then slip stitch again and then single crochet back and forth in the back loops. I also didn't do it as long as the pattern called for. Theirs would have been like way up your arm. And this one doesn't have a bottom. It's just like a hole. And I added a bottom because I feel like you're not going to be able to really grip it in there. Your hand's just kind of there. This one I do feel like is a little too big this way. I'll show you. Oh. Once it's in there, you can't really see it. So this one was a little bit faster-ish because of the bulkier yarn. If I did make this one again, I would just make this part shorter, not so tall. And then the third one was another tutorial. That one I think was just a pattern. This was a tutorial, and the yarn I used is a Super Saver Stripes. I don't remember which color. So this one, as I was making it again, just like the Bag O' Day one, it was about the same size of the inside part, and so I actually increased it one more increase to make the bottom bigger. And I feel like I shouldn't have done that maybe, because now then you had to like, you kind of make it this way, like you make it into a cylinder and then you increase a little bit so that it comes out and then you just decrease back down. So now this is all like poofy and weird. So I don't know if it would look like that if I stuck to the pattern or if it was just the way I adjusted it that it did that. And then the cuff is just half double crochets all around. I think I did decrease somewhere in there maybe, and then I added a crab stitch border just for fun. But I mean, it fits nice and easy in there, but then my husband's like, well, maybe you don't want it to fit so easy, you don't want it to fall out. So there needs to be some sort of happy medium, I feel like, between this one and this one. So yeah, I think I like the general look of this one better. Not any of them were like, they were all made differently. They're all constructed different ways. And there was a few other patterns out there. One I almost tried, but they started with the cuff, which was all slip stitches, and then they went to do the main part and they were doing the waistcoat stitch, and I can't handle the waistcoat stitch. I like the way it looks, I just don't like doing it. So I was like, well, scratch that pattern off the list. But yeah, so I made these because now because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to mail it to them for Christmas. We might go see them after Christmas and they're not in a hurry, so we will get that to them eventually. So that was 3 things. It took me a few nights to work on, plus one of those nights ended up being sick and not feeling good, so that took an extra day away also. This next one will be a clip that I will insert. This is a sparkly scarf, and I think I explained that, so I'll go ahead and show that clip here. Hi guys, I just wanted to get on here real quick and show you this scarf I've been making. This was a special request from a friend for her daughter wanted a sparkly scarf for Christmas, and I think she's 6. And so we worked together to pick out the yarn based on what my local Joann's and Walmart had. So this is Lion Brand Mandala Sparkle in the color Nova. I used 2, this is my second cake, so I used all of one and then just like a little bit of the second one. She didn't want it very holy, and she chose that she wanted the stripes going this way. I gave her the option of this way or this way. So I decided to do the bean stitch because I wanted it something like nice and squishy, but not too holey. So hopefully that fits her requirements. I did do a row of single crochets at the top to kind of make it match the first foundation row here. And then, let's see, I used an H hook, but along with the yarn, I added some of this metallic thread. And I got this at Joann's, and I used a beading needle and put these sequins that I already had on hand. So I added all of those sequins on there. So, I'm looking at the wrong side. I put some, like every other row, I put sequins, and I held the thread along with the yarn and just added the sequin in like the chain part of the bean stitch, how you do kind of like the puff part and then you chain and then you do the next one. So I kind of alternated. This is stitch markers where I had my last row of sequins at. So I kind of alternated where they were, but they were 5 stitches apart in each row. And then I ended, I still have ends to weave in, but hopefully I will get that done today and can get this to her today. So, I'm sorry for my dirty craft table. So that's one of my ends. But I did attempt to do a twisted fringe, and it's not super great, but hopefully it's okay. I've never done one before. She said it was up to me whether I did like an infinity scarf or just a regular fringe scarf is what she called it. So I figured if I was going to do a regular scarf, it needed fringe. But I also didn't feel like trying to cut yarn evenly and have it possibly fray and all that. So I'd seen this twisted fringe before. I just watched a quick video by the Crochet Crowd that showed how to do it. Attaching it back, like, because you make the twists and then you kind of slip stitch back to your spot and then slip stitch over. Those parts are kind of loose, which is why I think it looks kind of weird, but yeah, so I think that's everything. I have like a thread end there and some ends to weave in. Yeah, so hopefully she likes it. Hopefully it's sparkly enough for her. Even though I did use the sparkle, I chose to add this. I felt like that would just add a little bit more sparkle, and that was a way I could add the sequins as well, because the sequins would not fit on this. It was too thick. So yeah, I think that's everything. I did give that to the mom tonight, and she was super excited about it, and she really liked it. So yay for that. Then I will insert another quick clip here of something I was working on while I was working on it, and now it's done. So I'll show you the clip and then I'll show you the finished product. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm attempting to make a frame for this diamond art that I've made for my grandma for Christmas. And besides just not doing a very good job of cutting the wood, I stained it last night, and I'm a little frustrated because everywhere that wood glue got on the wood as I was making it, like right here, and then a lot down here, the stain didn't stick. So now I'm trying to decide if I just paint the whole frame and what color to paint it. Sorry for my yarn all over the floor. I feel like I don't know if this is too dark and I should find like a lighter color to do it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. The frame is made with like these are 2 separate pieces from Home Depot, and I just attempted to, I didn't even try to like do the mitered corners because I just didn't think I'd be able to line them up right. And even then, I cut like 2 different times and I still ended up with like, there's like a gap here and a little bit of a gap there. So I think my problem was I was cutting on the line, and my saw is slightly like wide enough that as I was cutting on the line, I was actually cutting it shorter than it was supposed to be. So maybe I should have cut like a little bit over from the line to get it to line up. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I will, I guess, show you what I decide once I decide. Alright, so the Nativity Diamond Art. I actually bought this to give to my grandma last Christmas because she collects nativities. And then I knew I wasn't going to get it done because I wanted to make the frame. And so I ended up making her something else. And so I knew I had to get it done for this Christmas. So what I ended up doing to fix the frame, how the stain didn't stick, is I have this paint. It's called Dazzling Metallics. It's not focusing. By Deco Art, and I've had this forever. I don't even know why I have it, and I feel like I use it a lot when I need something brown and shimmery. I don't know. But since the stain is behind it, like you can see, it didn't do like 100% coverage, which I think kind of adds to the effect. It almost makes it look like an aged effect. So I am happy with how that turned out. I am going to add a little more glue on one of these edges and put more weight, because when I glued it down, I mostly put like the weight on the corners, but there is some spots on the top and bottom that aren't quite glued down all the way. So I will do that tonight and let that sit overnight, and then I will wrap it tomorrow. And it is Monday the 19th today. So I'm trying to get all these Christmassy things done for our family parties on the 23rd. So that is all my finished projects. The only whip I have is almost done, and then technically I have another whip that's for my mom for Christmas that might not be done till after Christmas because I've been doing too many other things. But so my mom had this idea that I should make my dad a case for his glasses, and sorry, the heater just kicked on. I made her a coin purse out of these things, but I don't know what they're called. And so she suggested I should make a glasses case for him. So this is pretty boring and great. There's still an end. I still have ends to weave in. But how I made this to attach this part, when you get it, do I have them down here? I might have them down here. Anyway, they come in like a long strip that folds over, and so I did just a long strip plus double the height of single crochets back and forth, which is a rectangle, and then I folded that in half and just attached it around. So this part is where the little screw hinge thing goes in that you attach, and yeah, so it just opens like that and you put your stuff in. And what I don't love about the way I did that is it's a lot of fabric in between, so it doesn't close tight. And I've had the same problem when I made the coin purses. I don't know how to make the inside part less bulky so that it closes tight enough. Anyway, then I did that with the G hook, and then I went up to an H for this part, and I just went around, and then just single crocheted it together at the bottom. And to make it a little less boring and to show that it's for glasses, I found a tutorial for a applique that's supposed to be sunglasses. So the inside is supposed to be black and then the outside is supposed to be whatever color. I just did the same gray of that so that when it's on there it looks see-through, and then black on the outside. So I need to sew that on, and that will be his glasses case. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I do have some cards I want to show you guys, so I need to go grab those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I only have 2 Christmas cards because I don't have a P.O. box, so I don't advertise where I live to people. So one person asked for my address and one person already had it from before. So, and that's okay. I don't expect people to send me stuff. So this first one is from Evelyn. She's a subscriber, and it says, "Believe in the magic of Christmas." Cute little kids getting ready for Christmas. They're hanging up their stockings. So thank you, Evelyn. And then we almost named our second daughter Evelyn. I like that name. And then this one is from Deb from One More Whip, and it says, "The blessings of the season can be found all around us." And this one's pretty because it's like shiny and the red on the tree is shiny. So thank you, Deb. And yeah, that is all I've got going on right now. Like I said, I have a gift for my mom that I started months ago and then haven't worked on since. That needs work. And then I had another gift that I wanted to make for a friend that I probably won't get to either, because I haven't even started that. So oh well. But that is everything, and like I said, things will be listed down in the description box for all the patterns. And yeah, so thank you for watching and being here, and I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.